Hello everyone, this is Jan Fursden with Fursden House. Just wanted to share some things with you today. It's sort of a conglomeration video. I recently purchased some lovely lace from Carrie at Gulf Coast Journals, and I've known Carrie a couple of years now. We met at an art retreat a couple of years back, and lovely lady. She's got a lot of beautiful things in her shop. And I just wanted to share some of the laces that I purchased. I'm not sure if there are any left. You might go over to her shop on Etsy. I'll put that link below. But I wanted to share not only the laces, but she sent me some lovely happy mail. And I was so tickled and pleased, and I thought, well, I'm just going to share that too. And then I also wanted to share what I've been working on. But these are the laces that I purchased. Now I've wound them up on spools myself. They'll come to you loose probably, but I thought they were so lovely. And I love this type of thing because what I do is not only do I use it for regular trim along something, but I'll cut out these little pieces and use them for small bits and pieces as well. So I was really pleased with that. Also, with the exception of, let's see, what piece was it? This piece here. Now this was, isn't it lovely? And again, I'll more than likely just cut these up and use them as individual flowers, but maybe some trim too. This was sort of a bright white, and I don't like bright white, so I just dunked it into a cup of coffee. Very simple. And no, it wasn't coffee I was drinking. But all the others are their own natural color. They're not the brighter white, and I really like that because you get all the different variances of the shades of cream, and so there, isn't that beautiful? I mean, there we go. Might be easier, just lovely. And then this yummy stuff, perfect for trim, and again, that beautiful shade. They're all slightly different shades, but and that's what I love about it. So again, I'll put that link below. It's called Gulf Coast Journals. And she also makes some lovely, lovely beaded charms, I believe, and jewelry and things like that. So that's what I wanted to share with you as well. This just totally just blew my mind. These are so beautiful. These are earrings. I don't want to, there, that should show up. Aren't those gorgeous? This was happy mail that she sent me, and it was so unexpected. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? I didn't order this. Oh my gosh, I hope Carrie didn't make a mistake. And then I read the note that she sent me, and just beautiful. So, and I believe she also has some of these in her shop. Again, I'm not sure of that. I know at one time I think she did. She also sent me this beautiful little collaged piece that, isn't that sweet? Just the finest little doily, I suppose, or it might even be a handkerchief. But it's so sweet, and just layers upon layers. But what I really like about it is that it's flat. I love ephemera, and I love fabrics and textiles and stuff. I took the little center off. I'm going to put something slightly different in there. But my stuff always gets so bulky so fast, and so I thought that was really neat how she managed to get it flat. So I've got to work on that. And this is the other piece that she sent, and I'm telling you, it's more inspiration in this. These are 2 envelopes, so that you have opening there and here. And again, it's flat. I love it. It's so it inspires me to make some just like it for my own journals. It's got washi tape here, and then you have the cloth there, which reinforces it, as well as, you know, getting the two together, and a beautiful little paper flower and a vintage image. It's Carrie Chambless, handmade with love, Proverbs 31:30. And I won't tell you what that is. You need to go and look it up. But I just thought it was so sweet. So you've got a belly band here and little pockets here. Just as sweet as anything. And this was more of the happy mail. A little envelope here. Just so many little pieces that I don't even think about doing on some of my stuff, so I need to up the program. But you can see, at least I think you might be able to see, it's just little dots of glitter glue, I guess. So sweet. And then of course there are more goodies inside. A beautiful little stamp. So thank you, Carrie. I was just so happy to receive this. I was blown away. That's all I can say. It was just amazing and generous and sweet, and I really enjoyed that. And I'm going to be making some of these. And my challenge will be to keep them as slender and not bulky as Carrie has done hers. And the next thing I wanted to share with you, I've been out of sorts lately and just doing small projects until I get the mojo running again. I have some personal challenges going on in my life right now, and it's called life. So I've kept with some small things, and these are using up more scraps. And I've got 4 here that I've done. And when I say scraps, there we go. I think let's get them all in focus there. What I had done, some time back, I was creating a larger journal, so I needed longer sheets of paper. But to get that right size, I really had to get really long paper. And I had already coffee stained it and all that. And then when I was using it, I realized that I had to cut off the bottom layers of the sheet. And what I was left with was just lots and lots of strips of these papers, like this. And this was on the bottom, you know, it was a big sheet of paper. But I thought, no, I'm not about to get rid of those. They're already coffee stained, and I don't know what I'll use with them, but I've had them now for a couple of months, I think. And finally, I've done something with them. And my idea is you just put them literally over a page, because both sides are decorated. And all I did was, you know, stack several together. I cut them in a few different lengths, mostly the same, but, you know, a little bit different. I just stitched along the center here, and that's created the little flap. I didn't want any decoration on the inside because it's just bulking it up, and I'm bad about that. But I just took scraps, vintage button, and bits and pieces of lace. And this is why you save all of these pieces. You know, sometimes you think, oh, I'll never use a tiny piece like that. Well, you will. I mean, look at how small that piece is. And I thought, well, in the bin, I have a little, actually, I have a couple of small bins that I just put all my scraps in. I have small scraps, medium-sized scraps, and larger scraps. And that way it allows me to find what I need a little bit quicker. Little tiny vintage button, so sweet. And all I did was, on top of, separately, I took a piece of paper, just plain paper, torn from a book, on top of the book, on top of the page, and I just tore it out in this shape, this kind of a rectangle shape. And on top of that, I stuck some music paper. You can see the music paper through here. And on top of that, I just started placing little bits and pieces, and it basically, you just play with it until you get what you want. And that's the fun of it, I think. It's very relaxing. It's like fussy cutting. It's not tedious. It's fun. And so there's the first one. And by doing it separately, I was able to, once I dabbed it on with a little bit of glue here and there when I would finally decide how I wanted my layout to be. And then I took it to the sewing machine and sewed various pieces. It's not all sewn down, just some. And then I took that piece and of a cluster, really. And I've made some clusters in another video, which I have on my channel. But I just took that cluster, put some glue on the back, glued it down, and there we have it. So very simple, very easy, and it uses up those scraps. This one turned out really well. Was very pleased with it. I have, thanks to a friend of mine, Kathy, she was at a recent retreat that I was at, and she was using a lot of the Tim Holtz I guess you call them instant ancestors or whatever, paper dolls. And I loved the way she used them. She was using them creating pockets and all kinds of stuff. Well, this one isn't a pocket, but I was just looking through my stuff and I thought, oh, it's perfect. I love it. And that's just a tiny little antique piece of, it's a flower, little velvet flower with tiny little seed things for the center. And it came off of an antique, what do you call it, that holds the veil on place. Not a veil, but like a bridal decoration, and it was surrounded with this clump of flowers. So that's where it came from, and I've had it for ages, and I've used it on another piece here, but that was just one that fell off of a larger piece I was using. And here we have vintage button here, some of my ribbon. I love the leaf ribbon, and I just zigzagged on that, and some tatting. Isn't that beautiful? I've never been able to do tatting, and I couldn't do it now because my hands are not, I can't manipulate such tiny bits and pieces, but I just love that. This bit here, and you saw it, let's see, there was some here, right in there. It was holding a crocheted scarf together, or a crocheted, not a scarf, but a dresser scarf. And I just, when I was taking it apart, because it was full of holes and everything, I thought, well, I'm just going to save those little squiggles. And they were all, it was sort of like a flower, but it was kind of, you know, mismatched. And I thought, well, that's it. So that's that one. And again, just, you know, paper, plain paper. I love simple. This is the larger piece that I was working with. That's from the bridal decoration. Probably 1950s, maybe 1960s, I would think. And again, you don't waste any of it. So when that little flower fell off, I just put it aside. And this is some beautiful lace here. I've just been very fortunate to find a lot of different bits and pieces. And there's the back side. And you can see some of the layering that I've done there. I've just put little faux pearls in the center. So there's that one. And the last one, that is from a wedding gown that I found at a thrift shop that was falling apart, and I have shared a lot of the application stuff from it, and I still have quite a few. And then this is from a doily. And just some different fabrics. And the reverse here, little vintage buttons, sweet little buttons. Probably 1960s, mother of pearl, and some lace. So again, very easy to construct. Just strips, and you can make them any size you want. You can make them smaller, larger. That's the beauty of it, is that you can do so much of them. So that's what I've been working on lately. So that's it. I hope you're having a blessed week. It's beautiful today. I've got the fan running, and I've got my studio opened up just to let in the fresh air. It's lovely for this time of year, and I'm enjoying it thoroughly. So take good care, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.